Hi, my name is Arham Sadiq Khan and my project title is Blockchain Usage in the Farming Industry. This is progress video 3, and in this progress video I'll be showing a test scenario that I did for my system in the lab by deploying the nodes on independent PCs through the process of bootstrapping them to the lab network and to deploy them locally. So in this simulation, the goal is to simulate the farming industry supply chain. This was a scenario that is imagined in the supply chain, for example, when the processor slash distributor has stock when an input or an order is put in from the market to the processor slash distributor. Next, you'll see the demo of all 5 nodes booting up on independent PCs and are bootstrapped in the lab. These nodes are the market, the processor, the delivery, the notary, and the farmer. In this test scenario, the farmer does nothing because it is assumed the processor slash distributor has stock. Next, we go to the market node. Here, the market is going to issue a token to the processor node for an order of fresh stock of rice. So the processor, as you can see, is located in Cyberjaya, which is in Malaysia. And the currency exchange for is that he's trying to pay is 2000. See, now you can see there's an error here. So if there's the smallest like a hint of error, like where I put the J as capital, that made an issue with the location. Whatever inputs you have put in, they have to be exact. Otherwise, I have to do it again. It won't issue the token. So here the second time going in, and I made the same mistake again. But as you see, this is how it handles errors and makes mistakes. But then we move to the next node. This is the processor. And since the processor now received the token, he's going to use the vault track command to see the details of the token that has been received from the market. So this is a lot of details. And as you can see, above the actual one that we're going to look at, this is the one that we received just now. But if there's others above it, those are the ones that show the persistence of the system, that when the previous tests that we've done, they're on the ledger now. So it will always be there, and it can be viewed even when the node is turned off and restarted again. So now the processor is sending a token to the delivery. And the delivery node is located in Kuala Lumpur. This is just for simulation purposes because, there's people of the supply chain can be in anywhere in the world or any country or any state, depending on where the scenario or the locale is. And so when the token is issued, it looks for signatures, and once all relevant parties sign, and especially the one who's issuing the token signs, it'll go through. And as you can see, the highlighted parts is where it asks for terms and conditions or stating that you've agreed for industry standards and legal regulations. So this is the vault track that's being done on the delivery node. You can refer to the highlighted parts and see the details provided there. So now the delivery is sending a token to the market notifying them that, hey, we got your stuff. We are going to deliver it to you. So now this is the notary node. The notary node does absolutely nothing. The notary's job is strictly to be a witness and a witness only. And that's pretty much, it has no database. It has nothing. You can't even use any vault track or issue a token. Its job is strictly to be a witness and it's a witness that is strictly confidential. It cannot even say anything to expose a transaction. Other images that you see coming up on the screen are the independent databases that I designed and coded in for the independent nodes. So at the moment, they're not automated, so anything done on the ledger is on the ledger only and on the persistence database. So if the nodes or the parties involved in the supply chain want to transfer extra details into their own personal databases to keep track, and also for future implementation, the database's purpose is to have verifications where the system verifies the details from the node's own databases as well. So Yeah, there's like only 4 databases. So out of the 5 nodes, there's 4, which means the fifth one, which is the notary, doesn't have one. This is because the notary's only job in the entire system is just to be a witness. Every time you run the vault tracker, you'll see that the notary is always going to be there witnessing everything, has no other role in the system except to be a witness. Furthermore, once this system is developed further in the future, the goal is to then combine these databases, integrate them into the system, so that when we do incorporate legal and business regulatory frameworks into the system, traceability will be even more magnified to the point where any contamination, any tampering, any unlawful practice can be tracked, and then any parties that regarding that issue in the supply chain will be held accountable. Next, in terms of the project itself, I have met the objective, which is to simulate the supply chain, or how a blockchain can be implemented in the farming industry, and that I did it through the supply chain itself to show that traceability can be implemented. And in terms of reflection, this project was quite tough. It required a lot of research, a lot of reading, and a lot of studying and learning a lot of new things that I didn't previously know beforehand. There were a lot of challenges faced, technical, circumstantial. There was also a lot of knowledge gaps that had to be covered, but with persistence and going at it multiple times, making multiple attempts at various things, the system was finally able to run. The objective that we were trying to accomplish was achieved, and furthermore, the thesis was completed. Regarding the implementation and how I did it, and the methodology, and what you call the future work expansions, such as including snarking and legal frameworks, and adding features like transfer token, which can be implemented in a different way than just a financial method. They're all discussed in the final thesis submission, which is submitted already. And thank you for watching.